took the boards off this trailer and I noticed this one support was messed up. And it looks like it was done at the factory. I don't know what's going on here. First off, they didn't, this piece is supposed to look like that, and they messed that up. Then it's bent down, and this one's, if you can see, this one's bent. Just doing a trailer refurb with the wood on here because it's rotten. Just a 1-ton trailer, hauls about 2,000 pounds. But look at this. This was done at the factory, I can tell. This was never hit. It was bent like this. This is bent down for some reason. This is curled into here. I have no idea. And you got this bar here. I don't know why it's bent like that at the bottom. I think this was a fuck up, and then they just put the wood over it and sold it. I don't know what happened there, but that got bent down because I didn't do that. The wood was on top of it. I don't know if you can tell, but look under here. Look at that. Like, what the hell? And that's bent down. What am I going to do with that? Leave it, I guess. Son of a gun. Oh well. Moving on. Yeah, I forgot on a day like today, it's pretty gorgeous. You should also have a little bit of a beer just kicking around. This is like a 1 beer job, basically. If you sip on this while you're working, everything will go a lot smoother. Just regulate it. Don't drink too much or else you'll start doing stupid stuff. But yeah, that's it. Okay, here's the material list for this job here with the trailer board replacement. So material wise, you need 8 of these 2x8s by 8s pressure treated spruce. You need I don't know, 100 pack of these here 2.5-inch screws, and you need a drill. For tools now, basically I got a 5/32 drill bit on here, cobalt, so you can get through the galvanized steel. And I got it's going to be a number, this was a number 2 Robbie to take them out. You're going to need a number 1 to put them in apparently. So 2 drills. Come over here, what else you need? You need a chop saw, aka miter saw, a stand for your miter saw, some power, measuring tape, good one. That's not a bad measuring tape, but I like this one. It's got a stupid light. I never use the light, but the actual measuring tape's pretty good. And the square helps. Sometimes you use square. And you don't need this. This is just, this is nice to have. Buy one of these, but that's just for checking holes. It's a gauge. I just keep it with that kit there. And safety gear. A little ear protection if you find the saw loud. You don't need it, but gloves if you're worried about splinters. I got a splinter right there. You're going to get splinters with pressure treated if you don't use gloves. They infest pretty quick. They infect pretty quick. Infest. And we got these are just safety glasses. If anything, wear these, and good to go. I can't think of anything else. What else you need? Pry bar maybe to get the old boards up. You know, sometimes you got to pry them when the screw doesn't come out. Combination of unscrewing and prying. I'm trying to think anything else you might need for this job. I mean, a little bit of paint, a little bit. I get a little. This is Beauty Tone rust coat. It's the same as Tremclad. It's basically black oil-based paint. I got high gloss just so it works nice for outdoor stuff. That's it. Done. Hello. Here's a super quick video on trailer wood replacement. Okay, so you take the rotten boards out because you're doing it because the boards got rotten. They are usually installed with self-tapping screws like this, 2.5-inch with a little, get some light on the sitch here, a little self-tapper. And there's usually tabs on here that kind of bore through the wood to make a nice size hole, so it bores through. The metal breaks off the tabs after you get through it with this. And you need to use a drill bit that is slightly smaller than this, a metal drill bit pre-drill. Don't expect to get through the metal with this. Even though the box says you can, that's not right? But I bought new ones, and the new ones that I got were a bit bigger head on them. I'll show you what they look like. They're 2.5 as well. These are, they call them a number 12. The head on them, it's probably number 1 Robbie, yeah. And they got these little tabs, you can see. So those help you bore through the wood. So you never try to reuse the holes. You gotta just ignore those, the original holes. It's just, how are you gonna do it? Just through the wood, through the metal, put the bit in, that's how you fasten. These particular boards are about just less than 8 feet long. This is an 8-foot trailer. They're 2x8s, which are 7.25 wide by 1.5 inches thick. And one of them has to be ripped because it's not a perfect number. We'll see how when we get there, so you have to buy an extra one. And what else we got to think of? Oh yeah, I took the time to paint the axle black with Tremclad oil-based paint, and just high gloss that, you know, just to protect it a bit. It's open, why not? Now the one thing I want to say is set yourself up for success. Go buy nice lumber. See, I bought one that's got a crack in it here, but that's okay because I'm going to be ripping this about in half. That's a ripper, so I'll take one funky one, but just the dimensionally. Now the thing with your pressure treated, so you're getting pressure treated lumber for sure, pressure treated, right? Above ground, whatever. See, there's a crown rainbow here. I put the rainbow up just like a regular rainbow, so you kind of have a curve like this when they dry out a bit. They're really good. Some of them are, you know, if you have a center, like this here is from the center of the tree, that's not going to move too much. But as they dry out, they'll curve a bit. See, this is a rainbow one here. We got it curved. I'll pull this up for you. It's in there tight. There you go. You can see that. Yeah, so get that rainbowed. And I think they call it the crown. Crown up, I guess. So for this particular application, I'm putting a screw here and a screw here at both ends of every board. I might do a center on this to tie everything together. They didn't have center screws. I'm debating on one of those. So I'm going to mark one of those beams before I start laying them down. I'm also going to paint the ends of these. So the cuts, both ends, I'll paint them black, Tremclad black, the cut end especially. And I'm only cutting off about 2 inches off every board here. And again, set yourself up with something to cut with, a nice table, whatever you got, something I got to support. These are heavy enough, and you just put them up there, cut away. I only got to cut 8 of them, and I got to rip one shortly. What else can I say about this? I'm not painting them. It's just pressure treated. Guess I could paint it, stain it or something. Think about that, but just the ends. For now, I'm just doing the ends. It's so rotten. It's falling through the one board, so replacing them all, and should be done in about an hour.